Hello, Rebel Scientists. Today I'm going to be going over something we call the egg lab. And we usually do this in class, but unfortunately we can't this year. But I do have some pictures and some videos shared with me by Miss Sobi Rodriguez, who did the lab at her house. So I'm going to share some of that information and videos with you, but I'm going to use this opportunity to explain what's going on. And this is something you can do at home. It's so easy to do, and it's really cool. Alrighty. So, day one of the lab. So we start with just a regular egg. I buy it at HEB and stuff. They're in the refrigerator, whatever. And what we do is we take that egg and we put it in vinegar. And as she said, she left it for 24 hours. And that's usually what we do at school. We put the egg in and we leave it overnight. And then we see results. So what happens the next day is that, and what happens when you initially put it in the beaker, it looks almost like, soda. You have all this carbonation, all these bubbles coming up. And that's because vinegar is what we call a weak acid, but it is an acid. That's why if you get it in your eye, it burns and stuff, just like citric acid, like lemon juice, burns your eye, because these are weak acids. So when you put the egg in the acid, it reacts with the shell on the egg, and you can see it dissolves it away. So if you leave it overnight, by the time you come back, the shell is gone. And one thing to know about vinegar, when you buy vinegar, most of it is water. Very little bit of it is actually vinegar, but they dilute it with all that water. But it is mostly water. So at the end of day one, the shell completely dissolves off of the eggs. And you can see this one down here. It's real nice and clean. Here's the other one. So here's like the size of the original egg. And then this is how big it becomes once you take off the shell. The only thing that remains is this membrane. Membrane is just a covering. So the hard shell goes away, but you have this soft membrane that is part of the egg. If you crack open an egg, like you make scrambled eggs, sometimes you see like a peel in there. That's what this is. It doesn't get dissolved. So it says the vinegar dissolved the shell and only the membrane remains around the egg. So you have naked eggs. But again, remember, the membrane is there, and that's really important. You're going to go ahead and watch this video as you see Miss Sobi Rodriguez doing this. So what you're going to do at the end of day one, you're going to go to Schoology, and there's 2 questions you're going to answer, and you'll find them. They say Egg Lab Day 1. This is the lab. This counts. I mean, the questions are fairly easy, but they count for a big part of your grade. Alrighty? So go and do the Schoology. And there's another part to this experiment, which we're going to do day 2 on Friday. So go ahead and wait till I do that one, and then you can do this at home, and it's really cool. Alrighty, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.